Hi guys, it's Eminem from Let's Go Fishing. Still Tuesday, the 2nd of, yeah. Today's fishing. A complete roundup of it. It was pants. I was hoping to catch some decent. I only caught about 7. Actually, I caught 8. Took me up to about £18 the fish. My last fish, because I was trying with 2 rods and a method feeder, and I don't think I I wasn't fishing the right way to catch a big carp. I think it would be better if I had some boilies, but the pellet didn't do too bad. But I was only catching the small stuff, and I was being pestered by small stuff and getting you seen and you heard my bait runner going off and there was nothing happening. I think next time I will use leads, straight through lead, running lead. I was talking about rods as well, with different type of leads. Now, the ones I go fishing with on the sea, as I said, are completely different. I will show you a 6 and 5 ounce lead that I use. Excuse me a minute. Just want to go off camera. What's that one? That's a 6. That's a 5. Right. Now, that's a 5 ounce lead. And that's a 6 ounce lead. They look completely the same, but they are not. Just an ounce in it. Now, and that's a 4 ounce lead. See the difference? That one, and that one. I would only use these if I'm ever using a float. I would say on calm water, that one, and make it into a running lead on a little thing that I've got, what I use. That's a 5 ounce. As you can hear, listen. Yeah, that's the sound of one of them. Now, don't forget I said about casting these out with the sea rod. Now, I was using a sea rod the first time I was going for carp, big carp with a bait runner, and that rod, you see what I was showing you about where a white car was on the other side. I can't remember if I've downloaded it yet, but there was a car on the other side of the lake. This and this one, believe it or not, them two, and also the 4 ounce lead, I could put that right the other side of that white car, probably to the embankment on the other side on Bottom Pool where I was fishing today. I could have gone right over the other side easily with one of them, with that rod I was using, the downside sea rod what I was using for carp. I could put that right the other side of the lake, easy. Now, if I was to cast that, or that one, the 5 ounce lead, 5 ounces, that's 2 ounces of half a pound of lead. Yeah. If I was to put that on a carp rod and cast it, I would damage the carp rod. That's why you should never take carp rods sea fishing. No way. Because they're not built for sea fishing, as I've explained before. But today was an upsetting day in a respect, because I got in my mind, I fished hard for these carp today, and I was getting the runs, and I was lifting up and trying to hook into them, and I might have been pulling the hook out, I don't know, because there may have been small little carp, I don't know again. But I did have one big carp, and it got off, and it was called a wazza. Because as I said, a wazza is when you got a fish on, and it gets off. It was on, but when it comes off, it's a wazza. So of course, that's me and my son-in-law's terminology of losing a fish. I haven't brought my stuff up from out the car yet. I'll do it tomorrow afternoon after I finish work. It was a constructive day in one respect, because I was learning about the baits, what you would use for carp. Big carp, that is. You catch carp all the time. You can catch them on maggots and that down at Harvington. It's a piece of pea. But I've been showing you how I fish with a float rod and a carp rod and a method feeder. I think next time I go to Harvington, probably on my own or with Paul. Sorry, Paul, I didn't take it today. I get paid next week. Yes, next Friday. Hopefully, yeah, I can do a little bit more. But I've got to watch my pennies, because again, I've got to wait to the end of the month to go down the coast with my son-in-law and daughter for a couple of days, and the grandkids. I won't be stopping in their caravan with them, because it's their holiday, and I prefer to be there but be away from them, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you understand what I don't want to be in their way. They will probably just come up to me to do some fishing. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Or probably take me into mine to get some bait, or watch it to get some bait. But I might, as I said, I might be taking a van. But again, today, I've got to sit down and go recoil back and think, what did I do wrong today? A lot of you carp anglers will say, well, mate, you've done a bloody lot wrong. I will not argue with you. I will agree. But the way I fished today was not your way, but I was trying it my way, and it didn't work. Oh, excuse me, baby poos. So it means that I've got to go back to the drawing board, try and pick up on some, carping tips, I'll hunt around YouTube and try and find some videos how to put bait on and how to make rigs for big carp, which I will do and will have a go at. And I will eventually this year get around to showing you fly fishing as well. At a place in Redditch, the other side of Redditch, which I know of. And yeah. I'm just jabbering on there because I don't know what to say really, because I was disappointed with myself in a respect that I didn't produce the goods, but it was my first attempt. But them rods, let's put it this way, them rods, what I bought for 32 pounds something, they were banging. I mean, I had a few fish and I could play them, really play them on them rods. Really nice action to them. Pinpoint casting on them, I'd say that. And because I wasn't using the leads that you would use for carp fishing, because it was just a method feeder with the weight in the method feeder, and also them little bags that I made up. I thought they were good, but there's a lot of wastage I used on them. So what I'm going to do is next time I go hunting mainly for big carp, I will, you know, that elasticated thing that I use for sea fishing, bind it round and tie it on the bottom of them bags. I think that'll be a good idea. So you gotta get little ideas while you're sitting there. I've been sitting in the house there, I thought, how can I do it without so much wastage? So, because that elasticated banding you use for sea fishing is biodegradable as well. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why we use this, because it's biodegradable. But yeah, interesting day. Bit poor for what it was. I mean, the other week I went down there and I was catching fish after fish after fish, all around about £2, you know, and that big one £10. But it's one of those things. This is a learning curve for you young anglers who start fishing. If you watch my video, you think, well, you ain't doing much. That's what happens. One day you can have a good day. One day you can have a crap day. There was a lot of people around me catching fish, but I wasn't, because I was targeting big carp. And every now and again I get a little carp come along and take it. Oh, I had one nice tench, which was about £1.5, £2. It was lovely. And I was speaking to a couple who was sitting on the left-hand side of me, and with their son. And I was going to do an interview with him, but he was embarrassed. He said, oh, no. You know, he said, I'll come and have a talk to you in a bit. But he never come over, so that was up to him, okay? I wasn't gonna force the issue. Go on, mate, you know, talk to us. But now it was up to him. But yeah, it was an interesting day. As I said, a learning curve for me. And I could say it was a total flop, but I won't, because I caught fish. And as you've seen, I was in my Beach Buddy. Now, if anybody is interested in getting one of those, go on to Sea Fishing and type in beach buddy or beach shelter for sea fishing. You can call them beach buddies or beach shelters, and they are very good. I was trying to explain that the wind was behind me, and then all of a sudden a gust of wind come from the front and nearly fucking took it off. I did tie it down in the end. There's some little cords at the sides, just tie them down. There's a lot of anchor points on them as well. It's not just here, there and Iggly Piggly. There's quite a few anchor points on them, so which is a good thing. Anyway, as I said, I haven't brought any me gear up with me. I've left it in the, excuse me, I've left it in the motor. Yeah. Also, if you're a sea fisherman, sometimes you will find these in Lidl or Aldi. You can put 4 rods. God, the bloody dust. You can put 4 rods out on them. Bless me again. You can put 4 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 in the middle. Them are good as well. And I still have got bloody bits of stuff everywhere. So guys, I'm sorry I didn't show you any big stuff, and one day I might, hopefully soon, because I'm going to try and get onto some videos where how to use certain boilies. I know you can use pop-up boilies. I know there's one called a snowman boilie, but a heavy one on the bottom and a little pop-up one on the top. And I know there's certain bits you can put a rubber on to make it lie flat, if you know what I mean, when you cast out. I will find out all this. And I do know a bit how to do it, but I haven't got the stuff to do it. So I will look on Amazon and try and find carp stuff for like carp rigs and that, and learning how to tie my own links up. And yeah, so well, excuse me guys, when I get more au fait with this, we'll try again. That's all I can say guys, and I do apologise I didn't catch any big ones, the real big ones today. So it's Eminem from his shed in the garden. Catch you later, bye.